Hello and welcome to Explore, the podcast brought to you by all manner of games, the Tabletop Gaming Society in Nuneaton, Warwickshire. My name is Mike. I am Amog's founder and co-runner, and I like games. I like playing them. I like writing them about them. I like talking about them. I enjoy buying them.
You do? Probably a bit more than you should.
Probably.
Just a tad. Just a touch.
And I will pass you to Dean.
Hello, everyone. I am also a co-runner alongside Mike of All Manner of Games. I am also a games enthusiast. Perhaps not as much as Mike, but certainly love playing them, being immersed in them, and all that jazz. That being the case, I'm going to pass you on because we want a quick intro this week, I think, to our very own Middle-earth Dave.
Hello, I am Middle-earth Dave. I'm the optimist of the podcast, the
Yes,
face
you
of the
are.
podcast, and I love games of the podcast. And this is Henry.
Do we need to make Amog explore the game now?
Yeah.
Hello, brothers, sisters, siblings of various natures and orientations.
Where did that come from?
I have no idea.
And everyone in between.
Yes.
Everyone is one.
Everyone.
Yep.
People of the world and, I don't know, Mars if you're from there. I'm Henry, games participant. Yes, you know the drill now.
That was a drill.
That was drilling. Yeah. I'm going to take my glasses off and wipe my eyes for that.
Is that a tear of shame or a tear of
I
laughter?
don't know what it was, man.
It's just a tear.
It's a tear.
It just popped
in its
out.
simplest form.
It just popped out. I don't think tears are supposed to pop.
Well, it did. So there you go.
Kind of creepy almost, really.
Anyway,
Ooh. Speaking of creep,
I like that.
Totally didn't do that as a segue.
what a
Just
segue.
a little cheeky link there.
Bit of manipulation there, though.
Yeah,
You all fell for it.
you certainly did. And you didn't even know why. What are we talking about?
Halloween.
Halloween.
Spooky.
Yeah, man. I think it's a very underrated holiday.
Absolutely.
I must admit. I think, yeah.
Yep, I was talking to Melissa about this today. Why don't we have the celebrations we have for Christmas or New Year
Because people can't make as much
or
money out of it.
Easter? Oh, yeah, you could.
You could.
You could absolutely do it.
Absolutely.
I mean, you make a load of money out of sweets and
Plastic pumpkins.
yeah,
Toys
and
crap and
crap blood. Yeah, exactly. All we need to do is have a day off where we can, I don't know, come up with a Halloween-themed festive dinner.
Yeah, man.
It's an excuse to have turkey earlier in the year.
Yeah. I must admit, like when I was
Turkey's not
growing up,
spooky bird,
we
really,
used to do Halloween pretty big in my house. I think it was any cause for a celebration, to be honest. But
I'd love to go to, because America does Halloween a lot bigger than
they do, yeah.
I'd love to see Halloween in like a
It'd be cool,
big
wouldn't it?
American like city, cul-de-sac,
would be
whatever,
cool.
proper like film style.
But it's not just that. I think it's a clean up after because you only get the day. Whereas Christmas, it's the 12 days of Christmas, so you can leave your tree.
We could create something like the 7 days of Hallows.
Sabbath or
yeah.
Sabbath or whatever it's called.
Well, it's all to do with
7
like
days of
banishing.
Salem.
Yeah, man.
People,
How though? How does? Oh, go on. Sorry, Ed, you were going to say something.
people
Brown out,
dressed
brown
up to ward off evil spirits for Halloween in the original
Yeah, man.
time. So you can just say like, "Yep, I'm doing this for a week."
So how do we relate that to what we normally talk about? Horror and Halloween and
Ooh, have you played a spooky game ever?
stuff. I've played Curse of Strahd.
It's pretty spooky.
It was, and
It's
yeah,
spooky, really, I suppose.
Suppose, yeah.
it is, yeah.
D&D.
The sort of
Yeah.
epitome. And it is, I think, we didn't quite get to the end,
No.
which
And
was a shame.
yes.
It was a real shame because we went all the way through up to level 9, I think, or 10 or
Around
whatever.
And for people who don't know what...
Yeah, sorry.
so-
Curse of Strahd is a Dungeons and Dragons module. It's one of the official ones, and it is consistently rated as the best one. And there is a reason for that because it is the best one.
Yep.
It's a pretty good reason.
Yeah,
it is.
so
It is.
For
It's
those who've never played it,
Yeah.
your characters find themselves
transported to this.
while walking to wherever you're going in your adventure.
Yeah.
You're
Mists
transported.
gather around you, and
Yeah.
you come out the other side where you weren't going.
Yep. The mists of Barovia have
Barovia.
summoned you to Barovia.
Yeah. It's very heavily sort of Eastern European inspired.
It's Romania, right? It's supposed to be that
That's
sort
what it's
of
meant to be, Transylvania.
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 And, Strahd is the big bad of the campaign.
Yes.
He's a vampire. He's an elder vampire. He is sort of the epitome of vampires.
Yeah, and
He's
he's
portrayed as the vampire?
he's-
are we
he's
talking like
certainly one of
legally
the
he is
distinct
he is
Dracula, or...
he's legally
Yeah.
distinct Dracula.
Legally distinct Dracula.
Strahd von Summer, the witch.
Strahd van Zarovich.
Zarovich,
Yeah.
yes.
Bless you.
Yep. He is Dracula. Yeah, he rules over Barovia with fear and tyranny, and he terrorizes the townsfolk into behaving and paying him.
But there's
taxes
the,
and
the
whatnot.
start of the campaign is something called the Death House, and it's designed for players levels 1 to 3.
Aptly named.
Yeah, aptly named. And you walk in. I'm not going to give too many spoilers away, but it's around this family. Mum, dad, couple of kids, maid, bits and pieces.
The traditional nuclear family of
Yeah.
D&D.
And as you sort of go through the house, and this I think comes to the skill of the DM as well. It really, really boils down to that. We played it online. Mike and I played it online, and it was run by
During COVID, yeah.
It was a guy called Terry, and because we were online, you had your headphones on, and because you had your headphones on, you could put music into it. And I think music is a really underrated tool when you're doing D&D. So we sat talking to each other across, and we really, really sort of got into the gameplay of it and the role play of it with this spooky music in the background. And the Death House is designed to kill you, and it fucking does.
Yep.
A lot.
It's a tough challenge.
It is. It's really, but it's probably one of the top 3 pieces of Dungeons and Dragons I've ever played. And that's a big shout. I've played a fair old bit, but it was just.
I won't super spoil it, but you are beckoned into this
This house,
what looks like a derelict house.
You walk down the path and all of a sudden the house is there again. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's
you're beckoned in, and then
you can't get out.
You can't get out, so you're making your way through this really sort of these tense rooms that are very sort of atmospheric and very haunted housey. Things, there's bangs everywhere, and there's occasionally a spooky thing.
You see a
things out the corner of your eyes,
and then you look away and you look back, and it's looking at you, and it wasn't a minute ago, and it's
the eyes in the portrait follow you as you go down the corridor. It's traditional sort of creepy stuff.
Very sort of Hammer horror,
but it is,
isn't it?
It is designed for, as Dean was saying, levels 1 to 3 or so, but balanced for levels 6 and 7.
Yeah. But put it this way, right? I was playing as a paladin. I was in full plate armor. I got beaten up and killed by a flying broom.
Yep, animated broom.
Anyway, you get
with him.
Yeah, it sort of sets the tone for the rest of the campaign, and you have to go all the way up to the top of the house, and then you have to go into the cellar. And when you get to the cellar, you have a experience and this that, and the other.
Like that scene in Ghostbusters where the ghost goes into Rainey's bedroom.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it, because at some point, if neither of you have played it, I would love to run it.
I would really, very much like to play it.
Yeah, I would love to run it, and perhaps in a future episode. But no, it's absolutely wonderful, and it sets the rest of the campaign up. So then you go and you go into Barovia, and you meet the Vistani, which is sort of the
Romany
gypsies.
lovely
Romany gypsies of the place, and they're at odds with Strahd, and there's a few other bits, and then you go across. It is really
there's a bit of like political intrigue. There's a bit of horror in there.
It's a very
fleshed
out campaign,
and very slow burny.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of body horror in there. At some point, you can be you can meet or be gifted homunculi.
Yeah,
which are creepy as sin. There's Jenny Green Teeth.
Jenny Green Teeth,
the hag, who sort of is the only way you can get potions in the entire adventure.
Yeah,
it's she's really a hag. Do you deal with her or not?
Yeah, do you give her a drop of your blood? Well, should you or shouldn't you? You know,
and then there's a spooky cathedral. There's werewolves.
There was the temple. There's a temple that you go to, which is
it's like every good horror trope rolled in and very well written. There's really a town that's got there's some mayoral problems, but as you're walking around, you stumble across a doll maker.
Oh, Blinsky,
who makes the world's creepiest dolls.
Yeah,
that's sort of like Annabelle-esque.
The ones,
doll.
the ventriloquists. Oh god,
I'm not sure if it was those or the style that you got.
I mean, it's down to the DM in it, but that's the way that
I would like to play Curse of Strahd again.
I think that's probably in the new year.
I might buy it because I keep saying I'm going to run a new game at Amog, and maybe this is it.
But do you want to run it, or do you want to play in it?
I don't know.
Both.
I would like to run it, but I think I'd have to stipulate it's got to be 2014 rules.
Yeah,
can't be 2024.
No, 2024.
Because you're given too many tools in 2024 to sort of escape a problem.
Things, yeah.
Right.
You've got to be a puny, not.
It's designed to challenge. It really is designed to challenge you.
It's a survival horror, not a traditional fantasy adventure.
The problem was at the very end you had Castle Ravenloft, and we never got to venture into there, unfortunately. But it's strewn with undead. It's strewn with sort of demonic forces, and it's everything is trying to kill you. Everything is chasing you. Everything is trying to kill you. And it really is the epitome of sort of fantasy horror, insofar as I've played. You know?
Yeah.
But it does come down to the DM a lot.
It's not like overly thrown in your face where you are getting all these tropes of
No,
horror.
not really. You
I
can
think
spot them.
I think the book does though.
Yeah,
But a DM should be able to sort of slow burn them out.
yeah.
Oh right, okay.
Like you don't have to
At
be.
their discretion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it shouldn't. I think the book is just like here's the thing, here's the thing, here's the thing, here's the thing. Put that where you need it to
Put
be.
where you want it to. But then there was a rewritten one, I think, on the DM's Guild.
Curse of Strahd remastered.
Yeah,
'cause it
where
was-
the guy's taking
so-
everything and put them.
Yeah, so Curse of Strahd, the 5th edition book, is a rewriting of
3rd edition.
2nd. It's AD&D. Because I can't remember if it was Barovia first and then Strahd, or Strahd then Barovia, but one of the two ways round. It was a self-contained like adventure book and starter box for Barovia for horror fantasy role playing, and then it was so well loved that in 5th they're like, well, let's rewrite it and
Let's
update it
rewrite
for the
it.
new version.
There was a bit of there was. I think my favourite part when we played, there was a bit where you go to like a watchtower, and there was a knocking at the door. You open the door and there's nothing there, but there's a thunderstorm outside, and you see a shadow, and this huge thing jumps down, and you go out to meet it, but it's not there. And it was real. The guy who was running it, Terry, big shout out to Terry.
He's a massive horror fan. of it.
He really sort of loved the Hammer horror era, and he loved all sort of things, you know, Nightmare Before Christmas and all that sort of business. He really played into Halloween, and so because of that, he put his heart and soul into running this campaign for us. Designed for 5 players. There was only 3 of us. We got battered continuously.
More times than
Yeah, really
did.
got battered a lot. You know,
Yep.
my character took out 3 revenants, and it's like they just get back up and they kick the shit out of you again. And
There was a very funny point though where we got kicked to death by a house.
yeah,
That's the whole thing.
yeah, that's another thing.
We were beating a witch, and she said, "Well, what about this then?"
yeah, and
And a house
threw
stood up
eggs and then
and then kicked
literally
the,
kicked the shit out of me.
us. That killed us. We were reincarnated as goats. Dean killed a villager, and then
I
we
battered
we
a
died
villager.
again and turned back into people.
Yeah,
That was a thing.
which was
was the whole
very
thing.
It was the DM.
I think that was
again,
that
the
was
DM's sort of.
that was also a session where we very much needed a sort of comic relief episode to bring it
Yeah.
back round to where we
Because
needed to be.
We were playing every week in lockdown, and like I said, it was really epic. I think we need to have a talk about who's going to run that and who's going to play in that. But that's definitely.
I don't
something.
care. I
Yeah.
will be in it.
Fair enough.
Some
then.
way of some way of measure.
But yeah, talking about horror in gaming, I think that's probably the best example I've got of it.
Yeah, I've had a couple of. You play Call of Cthulhu, right?
Yes.
Played it once.
I played a couple of Call of Cthulhu.
a couple of years ago. Although obviously we're on about obviously horror stuff. I mean, we've literally just done a bit of a thriller horror moment in Dean's campaign. With some demon lovers of Lolth.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
and we had
Victory.
and we had one of those moments though where we had good gameplay of the characters.
Oh, it was amazing. Yeah.
to combat a scary problem.
So do you want to walk through it? Because you were the one playing it. I think it's best in, and you were the guys who came up with the plan. So I think you absolutely deserve to explain what had happened.
We are here in the Underdark.
Sorry, you said that like out here in the Underdark.
Here in the Underdark, we find these trepid adventurers. We basically had been sent there on a quest, as things go, and we knew that they were going to be followers of the demon Lolth, and we've gone into this sort of dark cave, and there's lots of webbing, and there's like occult sort of memorabilia in sort of like dim light areas of shelves and odd tables. So we've gone through the first couple of bits, and we've interacted with a couple of minor
Do
characters.
you want to explain how you interacted with them?
No, because I was trying to bridge past that.
Okay, then fair enough.
Was it poorly?
No.
Come on, no.
It was.
Details.
Go on.
So
Devil in the detail.
So naturally, we're a team that know our strengths and weaknesses. So we
You level
got-
what? 13 now?
we're level
12?
13.
Yeah, so it's a pretty
So-
high level stuff.
Your party's main weakness, I'm guessing, is being Yenzel.
No.
No. So we've
Yenzo
got guys who are
wasn't-
good at things, i.e. stealth, and there are
Things and stuff.
guys who are not good at things, i.e. stealth.
Stealth.
Okay.
So we had one of the chaps who's really good at stealth go forward and have a little sort of scouting maneuver, and he comes across two cultists who we can't make out the language spoken of what they are.
Okay.
Spewing.
Very deep in prayer.
They're
weren't
deep
they?
in
They were
prayer.
Deep in prayer.
Yeah. So he comes back, lets us know. We've looked at each other and we've gone, there's two of them.
Yeah.
We can do this and we can take them. So we tried to stealth as a group. We failed as a group.
Yeah.
Um,
The two heavy armored people failed as a group.
so I'm not pointing fingers.
Not at all.
So
If
when
I was pointing fingers, they'd be the armor, not the people.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
So
Bit
Were
of
you
fucking
one of
dice.
these heavy
When-
armored people?
when
Yes,
I
he
helped,
was.
When I helped the team fail the stealth, we basically had the interaction then with these two. But our stealthy boy was already in the room.
Right.
Rolled like a 33 on stealth, which
Yeah.
is just ridiculous.
So he was
was
well
a
away.
shadow.
He was the shadow. So one of the characters then have come out, and the NPC's like, "Who's there?" And we sort of later discovered that it was
Your conscience.
a Draug.
No, it was a
No,
Dwergar
a Dwergar.
and a
Sorry.
Hobgoblin.
I always think Draug for some reason for under dwarfs.
Dwagar and the Hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great tavern name.
It may well
So-
be, yeah.
Dwarf comes out, which leaves a nice little one-on-one for stealth murder hobo, which he did.
Good.
Yeah. Just eviscerated this poor
Eviscerated
fucker.
this guy, unfortunately, in one turn. We all jumped the second guy. We've then taken away his toys, gagged him, and our player Jack has then got the head of the of the second guy just on his knee, just to have a little bit of intimidation floating, to try and get some information of what the lay of the land is. First thing happens is we take the gag out of the mouth, and he says,
Why'd you kill my husband?
God damn it.
so we all then were like,
Oh, shit.
oh shit.
Perhaps this wasn't meant to be a fight.
Maybe it's not meant to be a fight. Maybe this is the classic. It's not what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Oh well, we're committed. So
Yeah.
we then,
Stop.
Yeah.
so then we interrogated to mild failure.
Didn't really have any information. Not that he didn't want to give it.
Also, really distressed that his husband is now
husband
dead.
was,
Yeah.
and really angry, funnily
Yeah, I
enough.
can imagine that.
And he was very angry, yes. So we did away with him as well.
At least they're together again.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
can't have loose ends, so naturally,
There
yeah.
you go, yeah.
And then we've continued with our plan, and we've gone into the caves. So we've then gone through again the same process. We'll send the scout forward because he's stupidly good at stealth, and they managed to open the doors, and we've discovered this like rancid room smelling of like sulfur and rotting
Carrion and
corpse,
dead body, it was,
carrion
yeah.
sort of. So upon then that little sort of tiptoeing into that room, our scout then realizes that there is this large bulbous creature who gets described as a giant pig with horns protruding from his chin,
Lower jaw.
and it's on top of literally a mound of bones and,
Right.
and scrap pieces of people.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So he comes out and he's like, "Yeah, just back away, back away." And then he explains to us what he's seen, and we've gone
There's
right.
a couple of religion checks, and
Yeah, we're
mixed with
trying
the
to
smell
dis-
of sulfur.
We're trying to work out what this is, and
Sure.
we sort of come to the conclusion that it was, and I can't remember the name.
It was a Nalfashni.
It's an elf.
It's a type of demon. Yeah.
And
Big
we
sort of
knew-
goat man, pig-looking guy. It was really, really
we basically we sort of got the general knowledge that we knew that this thing likes pain as
Yeah.
a pastime.
I see.
likes torturing people.
Likes
really,
torturing.
really
Yeah,
sort
yeah,
of
yeah.
Gets a
yeah.
kick out of it. And there was also one prisoner that we were also able to ascertain, but we didn't know whatever details there were. So we've gone, right, how are we going to deal with this thing? And to our detriment, we were like, well,
Hit it till it dies.
rather than trying to just fight it outright, because it could warn others and we could be in a shitstorm of God knows
Sure.
what.
Okay.
We're in their territory. We came up with this idea as our cleric could banish. And because we knew it was a demon, we were like, well, if we're able to get the banish off successfully,
Yep.
concentrate on a minute for that spell, that demon is gone permanently. It's the risk, or we could try and do a jump surprise and try and do a load of damage to it before it can get a turn. So we like the banish idea, so we go with the banish idea. But in order for us to secure it, because the creature was still asleep, we wanted to make sure that we could get it off.
Yeah, there was a little bit of sort of back and forth, and because the creature sort of normally has advantage on saving throws against magical effects.
Right.
And I said, right, because it's asleep, I won't give it advantage on its first one because of what Dave came up with. I said, so we'll do that, and then depending on what happens for that, because obviously it's a verbal spell as well, you know, you may wake it up, you may not.
Yeah.
So then we knew that then if it was going to wake up, then we knew it was going to gain advantage then on the big banish spell.
Yeah.
Yep.
I said I could maybe cast Bane upon it to try and help nullify that potential save to make sure we get the banish off.
Yeah.
It was a risk because we knew that then we were going to have to potentially wake it up in the first place after this spell's cast for the big spell to go on.
And it's a horrible fucking thing to fight.
Well, we don't know. So what happened then is we'd opened the doors really nice and stealthily. We've then walked within the range that we needed to get to, and I cast Banish.
Bane.
Bane, sorry. So I cast the Bane. It goes off, which means then he gets a D4 subtracted from any saving throws.
Cool.
So that part's good. We're fine. Then we get to the big banishment moment, and it's a flat roll, and obviously the DM's discretion. He doesn't tell us whether he succeeded or failed, but he gets me to roll then the
Roll your
D4.
D4.
And I rolled a 3 on the D4, and it banishes.
At this point, what I want to stress is the amount of, and I'm not going to sugarcoat this, the amount of puckering bumholes around the table, right? And everybody you could see, so there's 6 players, and everybody sort of sat there like this, you know, and you can tell that their arse cheeks were just clenching, is this going to work? Is this not? And that feeling of
Because
sort
the
of
whole
horror
party didn't
trepidation.
agree on it as well.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
We did it as a voting system.
It was very much a,
So it was
shall
either
we,
gonna-
shall we, yeah.
It was either going
So
to
we just go in and muller it. You can try, man.
It was either going to work or it wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
Like most plans.
Like
Yeah.
most plans. But this plan actually
It worked, didn't it?
And he'd failed, but only failed because of the Bane.
Because of Ben, which was the sort of pièce de résistance. That was a really good, but yeah, it was that build up. I mean, it took about 20 minutes to come to this plan, and I was just sat there and I was loving it. I was like, yes,
He also did the DM thing where he started just rolling dice at one point when we were discussing it, and I don't know if it was for any particular reason or whether it was just that classic DM like trait.
Yeah.
But I did clock it, and I was like, oh, if we're going to keep talking about this, we're going to end up waking the thing up.
Something's
going to walk
that
through
was
a door.
maybe what I was on a D6. It was like, right, on a 1, a 3, or a 5, he wakes up. On a 2, a 4, or 6, he doesn't. Right, well, that's a 2. That's a 6. That's another 2. Otherwise, he may well have woken up. But yeah, horror in games, that sort of build up, I think, was brilliant. That was really, really good. That last night, that was a lot of fun.
Cthulhu, like Mike was saying, is also a creature born of Halloween.
Well, it's one of the sort of classics, isn't it? The Eldritch horror.
Yeah. I think Call of Cthulhu works so well because, like, let's be fair, D&D after 3rd level is just fantasy power gaming, right?
It can be.
Before that, 1 to 3 is a survival horror. Call of Cthulhu's fear not only comes from its its look at sanity and Lovecraftian monsters, but also your guy is fucking fragile.
Your guy is a guy.
Yeah, it's just a dude.
You're not
Just a
a
bloke,
fantasy
like,
creature.
You don't have this harder to
Armored skin or whatever.
You're not trained in withstanding mental attacks.
Yeah.
You're just a person,
Just a
probably going to get fucked, and not in a good way. Yeah,
Or go insane.
or go insane.
Yeah, man. But that was I think tabletop role playing wise, definitely Strahd up there, and just little bits of player agency like that. Sort of trying to build a bit of tension.
Yeah.
You see something in the mirror. What do you see? You don't know. You see a bit of movement,
Yours.
and all of a sudden everybody just sort of perks up
Yeah.
like this, like.
Even when you fail the perception.
Yep. That
Never
makes
mind.
it the failure is sometimes the best option though.
Yeah.
And sometimes I've got to be honest. Sometimes I will make you'll fail a thing regardless because it's just a better
Yeah.
narrative point.
It's a better narrative.
If I'm like, oh, you don't know.
Yeah, I rolled a 33. Yeah, DC was 35, mate.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
98. You could never succeed.
You're never going to succeed this. So. Well, yeah, I think that's my tabletop. What about sort of other mediums? What do we think horror has been used in? Obviously,
I mean,
movies.
they're
I know
obviously
that. Yeah.
board games.
Yeah.
Massive. There's a massive selection of horror themed board
Such
games.
as?
I've got a few. We've got Subterra, 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Subterra is in that sort of Lovecraft vein, I guess. You're playing as a group of cavers that have caved too deep, and you're trying to find your way out of the cavern system. But Lovecraftian monsters are spawning at the same time, and you've got to escape them. That's there. So Subterra 2 is not quite the same. You're raiding a temple in a volcano for treasures.
Right.
It's more Indiana Jones, and the monster aspect is animated terracotta or iron. I can't remember soldier statues.
Could be the Temple of Doom, though. You know,
Could
bring
be.
it,
Well,
bring it back.
Yeah,
into
because I suppose horror
occult.
isn't just monsters, is it? It could
No,
be
of course
anything,
not.
anything scary. Then there's a few. There's a Final Girl, massively popular single player game.
Okay.
You're
Never seen the sort of appeal of single
no, I'm not a big fan.
Because you're just going to win, aren't you? Because it's you.
Yeah.
You're just going to win.
but-
Never mind.
If you were to play a video game,
Video games are a bit different, though, isn't it? You know what I mean? Because
it's you versus the computer.
you can't cheat the system as such. So,
I failed that roll. No, I didn't. So-
speaking of which, go on.
So
sorry.
Final Girl, you're. It's a really clever way of doing it. So they sell you that you buy the. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You buy the core set. Which has got
Halloween,
the
you're not
core
blessed.
rules. Sorry, yeah. Damn you. It's got the core rules. It's got all the things you need to play the game.
Bless you.
Jesus.
Within the intro, that's the first thing you said this podcast.
Oh,
hasn't
yeah.
it? Yeah, fuck you, Dave.
Are you okay? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. It usually comes in
we need to
threes.
take a break.
No, I should be right.
All right.
Okay.
then.
We'll take a break after I've explained
Yeah.
Final Girl because
Allergic to not saying anything.
we're about that time anyway. So you're playing. You buy the core box and you buy an adventure, I guess. Bless
Fucking
you.
hell. Dave, you damn me again.
You buy an adventure, which are based on traditional horror movies or
Okay.
horror stories. So
Right.
there's one based on Little Red Riding Hood. There's one based on Michael Myers and the Halloween videos.
Yeah.
There's one based on Frankenstein, etc., and so on. And it's very clever. Bless
Fucking hell, I'm going. I'm just going to blow my nose. Sorry, guys.
That's fair.
you want to pause?
Carry on. I'll be all right.
You sure? Yeah. Okay.
All right then.
So you buy the box, you put the two together, and you play the adventure. But you're playing as the final girl of the horror film,
Right.
because you know every 80s horror film ends with one girl alive,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they're escaping the killer. That's largely the point of the game. Is you're playing as that person trying to escape the killer. I have got the core box and a few of the adventures. Not a big fan of single player games, so I
Yeah.
haven't really finished it. They're very good. There's that. We've got things like Betrayal at Hill House. Have you two played that?
Negative, goes right.
Betrayal at House on the Hill, even.
Can't say I've even heard of it, but
Which you
that's
definitely
not,
should.
That's not
Which was the one
surprising,
where
is it? Let's face it.
It was the tile-based game, as many usually are, for the corridors of the haunted house.
Played it with Jack and Scott. That's Betrayal at Hill House.
And yes, I have played
yeah.
it.
So you're each playing as a regular human, exploring Hill House. It's haunted, and each turn you go through. You can go through the house these ways and reveal rooms, and then at a certain point, something triggers the haunting, and you find that there's another book of rules, and one of you becomes it's not really a traitor, but the traitor.
Right.
Like possessed or something.
Yeah,
aren't
the
they?
possessed, whatever. And you've then got the possessed person has then got like a set of how to win,
Right.
and you guys that aren't possessed have a how to win, and it's a sort of
It's kind of like a Among Us. If,
Right.
yeah,
I
or
remember like
social deduction-y sort of traitor versus
The
not.
the
traitor.
traitors on BBC.
Yeah,
just
pretty
now,
much.
yeah.
but it's-
Cluedo
it's-
hyped up to
Yeah, but it's Lovecraftian themed.
I remember there's like 3 actual weapons in like the cards you can pull. Dave had like 2 of them, and
was the traitor.
no, it's
Oh,
like no, someone else became the traitor who just happened to be in the adjacent room to Dave, so he just went shotgun, bang,
Okay,
just
that'll do it.
Yep.
a real damper on his day.
Scotty.
Yes, it was Scott. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll ruin
That was
the
the
day,
the first of Scott's visits to Hamburg. One of them.
And he keeps coming back.
Yeah, man.
There's a few more. I've got Folklore the Affliction upstairs. That's a werewolf-based game. I've got Vampire over there, which is Mafia. You know, Blood on the Clock Tower. That sort of thing. So social deduction. Vampire is one of them. I think horror lends itself quite well to board gaming.
Yeah. I've just
You
never
can-
played one, I think.
You can make it so atmospheric.
Played Nemesis. With,
Yeah, it's Alien. It's legally distinct Alien.
Yeah, legally distinct Alien is quite good.
That really ramps the tension, right?
Yeah,
because
'cause
the
it's-
fear in that game comes from the tension because the alien, the nemesis, is so deadly.
Yeah, because like basically, even when it's like in its larval facehugger sort of stage, they're still quite dangerous.
Still gonna do,
Like
yeah.
if you run into one in a thing, it's still going to do a fair bit of damage to you. And that's its first stage, and it has like 5.
Oof.
So it's just, and so it gets to a point where you're just like, no. And just
gonna die.
But they do it quite well because unlike D&D and stuff, in the board game, you've usually got one hit point.
Right.
Right? If it touches you, you're
You're
dead.
dead.
So you that sort of added tension and then the fear of being touched to get away from
Yeah.
it really amps the horror without having to be like super spooky.
Yeah.
and it's really good as well because it's like you got to do obviously your things so you can activate the escape pods because you're in like a spaceship kind of or space station kind of thing, so you can leave. But the problem is like if you take too long, they multiply so much, and it's like they're in every other room and they're always moving, so they'll easily just corner you in, and it's like, and it's also hilarious because
You become a chicken drumstick for an alien.
essentially, and it's also funny because like
Turkey Twizzler.
so because you can just as soon as one person leaves via the escape pods, there's only so many turns for everyone to leave,
Yeah.
and one person can just go, well, fuck everyone else then, and just go.
Yeah.
And then because I had this, someone left, and then I like was just too slow and just missed it by a turn. I was like on the last tile, and then it left.
Okay.
Cool.
It's about that time for a break.
Yeah.
So when we come back, should we talk about like
I think we should talk more about video games and
books?
stuff
Yeah, absolutely.
like that. Definitely.
Cool. So we'll see you in a second.
We will.
Enjoy. Are you in or around Nuneaton and looking for a place to roll dice, tap lands, or command armies on the tabletop? Then check out All Manner of Games, Nuneaton's friendliest tabletop gaming club. Whether you're into board games, Magic the Gathering, Warhammer, D&D, or just want to try something new, we've got you covered. We meet every Wednesday from 7 till 10 PM and every Friday from 7 till 11 PM at Nuneaton United Reformed Church Hall. With an extensive revolving games library, tables for all your gaming needs, a well-stocked snack bar, and an incredible social community, it's all your tabletop needs in one place. Entry is just a £5 every week you join us, and your first visit is free. New players and veterans alike are welcome, so come along, make friends, and play more games. Find out more at www.allmannerofgames.co.uk, on social media at All Manner of Games, or on our community Discord. A link to this can be found on our website. All Manner of Games, where tabletop adventure begins.
Struggling to get the desired result with your scenery, basic or diorama? It's time to step out of your comfort zone and try something new. At Terrain Tutorials, his aim is to inspire you to take on new challenges, learn exciting new skills, and unlock your full potential. The tutorials will have hints, tips, and tricks to help you achieve your goal, and he'll always read and comment back. Join him and grow together and push yourselves to create something new. Find it on YouTube/@Terrain Tutorial.
Welcome back. We were talking about horror.
We were
Now
about
we've
to
got
move.
fresh steaming beverages.
Yeah.
Should we
Spooky.
the spooky teas?
Indeed. So, Outside of tabletop, then obviously horror is a medium that's used everywhere.
Yeah.
Most notably in the movie industry.
Yeah.
Very much so in literacy,
Yep.
video games.
Yep.
What are your sort of favourite examples of those sort of outside of tabletop?
I loved Stephen King growing up.
Yeah.
Loved Stephen King. He was really good. I need to read some more.
He is the master, isn't he? Really,
He's pretty good.
He's very good at it.
But I've been recently getting into more sort of not weird, but like sort of less known horror.
Okay.
To an extent. I've got a book on the shelf somewhere. I don't know where it is. Called Meddling Kids by Edgar Cavaro.
Is it Scooby-Doo by any chance?
It's not.
Legally distinct Scooby-Doo?
It is.
So we got away with it.
Yes. Yeah. The synopsis is it's about 4 teenagers and their dog.
4 teenagers.
Teenagers. It's people. Four people Dean's age.
Yeah. So suffering with arthritis and fucking backs, and that's the horror
teenage
story.
teens.
4 teenage teens would be amazing.
The horror story is waking up in the morning.
Yeah, no,
and
so
wondering what's gonna
it's
hurt.
4 teenagers and their dog who had sold a mystery in their hometown when they were teenagers.
Right.
It's now set 10 years later, 15 years later, something like that.
It's not my age, man. 10
not
years
your age.
after TV.
But they've all come back to the town
Right.
and discovered that they didn't really solve the crime or the mystery. There's something deeper going on afoot, and the town's a bit weird. And they fall into this like Lovecraftian mystery as they're doing it, and it's like Scooby-Doo for grown-ups.
Right.
It was really good.
Yeah?
Wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was.
Decent. What was it called again?
Meddling Kids.
Meddling Kids.
I might have a copy on the shelf somewhere. I'll find it later.
If not, it's a good recommendation.
You can borrow it. But then I've also got, I've got the Necromonicon
Yeah.
I could spot the neck.
and Tales of Horror.
If you want.
Yeah, I would argue some of the X-Files. I would say are horrors.
Yeah. I mean, that's certainly how it was, I think, meant to be
To an extent.
themed. And yeah.
Um,
What about video games yet? You haven't had much to say. You must have played a good horror video game or two. Resident Evil or Silent
Plants
Hill or
versus
something.
Zombies.
I'm sure you played by yourself in the dark.
Hey.
I gave the Alien Isolation game a go.
Are you any good?
Fun.
Shit yourself?
Yeah. I'm not that great with jump scares, so like
Okay.
horror games are a bit.
Right. What is... I know that jump scares are a really easy way of getting a scare out of someone.
Of course they are.
Does it have to be every 5 minutes?
I know, yeah. I played. Was it Outlast? The game. The video games. That I felt like that really sort of set the scene really well, because the whole thing is essentially you're looking through a night vision video camera because you're a journalist reporting about this asylum where like all these atrocities happen, and you're just going in to sort of like see the
power is out in a storm or something.
Right.
Which is why you're relying on the video camera
Yeah.
with night vision.
and like
It's a
so
decent concept, that's right. Yeah.
so it's like you just got this like greeny and grainy sort of picture while you're looking around. You need to find batteries for your camera because it will die and then you can't see shit. And
then you die.
yeah. And then there's like you hear things and you see things like in the end, like you turn a hallway and there's at the end and it'll just fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
And
That's what I say to the cat in the garden.
yeah.
Fuck off.
Then like essentially like the thing that hunts or kills you will be walking. You have to like hide and avoid
Yeah.
it. Granted, I only played about half an hour of that because I was usually there. I was like, no,
not for me.
I like this. It starts.
You know full well in your logical brain that nothing can happen. Nothing bad can happen.
But you also
Nothing
like,
can hurt me. It's a video game.
Yeah.
but then it's also the fact of like the logical brain is, I'm gonna die if I go in there.
Yeah.
I'm not going. I actually did that. I was like, first time I played it, I only got like 2 minutes in because you start outside the asylum. I have the camera. I go in. I hop the fence, and then I look at the place. I'm there like, fucking no chance. And in the game, I literally turned around and walked off, and then turned off the game. It came back to.
I can't get far enough away from this.
Have to play Borderlands afterwards just to fucking get it out
got
your
some
head.
horror.
Then I restarted it again the next day, and just like then
With
actually
the
played
lights
it.
on.
Yeah, man.
Have
I
you?
tell
Has
you
anyone played the Dead Space games?
No, I was just about to mention, I never have, but I've seen sort of videos and stuff.
Okay.
And what I really sort of like about that is the way they use lighting and limit your lighting and stuff. That's
Yeah.
really, really clever.
It's a great science fiction horror.
Yeah.
So you're playing as Isaac Clarke, named after Isaac Asimov, and
Arthur C. Clarke.
There you go. Thank you. Who is an engineer, and he's been sent with his crew. I can't remember the ship they're coming from, to go to the SS something or other, Ishimura, which is a mining ship that's not
Not mining.
It's not mining. There's been a distress call, but nobody answering it for like a day or two. So they've shipped out to go and see what's going on. It's just floating after cracking a planet. It's just floating in low orbit. And they get aboard and I'm met with no one. It's just an empty ship.
Yeah.
Lights are flickering on and off. And they get into the security lab and there's bodies that then reanimate, but not as people. They sort of like morph into weird aliens from the bodies.
Ooh.
It like rearranges the DNA. And then the party gets split up and they've got to do whatever. But Isaac has to go around the ship and restart, he has to restart the mag lift and the trains to get round to the engine bay to fix the engine, to get somewhere else to fix the thing, to fix the thing.
Right. Very Krypton Factor-esque.
It's fix the thing to get to the next thing, to fix the next thing, to fix the next,
Yeah.
to get to the actual problem at the end. But when he does it, he's discovered that the ship had discovered this thing called a marker, which is like a big stone statue thing, almost like a double helix.
Mm-hmm.
That was buried under the planet's surface. And the scientists aboard were like, well, just bring it. Let's figure out what it is. Bring it on. That's what's giving out this weird pulse that changes DNA of dead bodies and makes them into these necromorphs that kills them. And then as the series progresses, humanity tried to get rid of so some people tried to get rid of the marker. Like, let's just put it back where it came from and let's forget that ever happened. And another group were like, no, this is the coming of God.
No.
See, sounds very much almost like Legally Distinct Doom.
Yeah.
Where it's almost that same like that pretense of there was some dark iconography that they found in unplanet.
Well, it's Mass Effect, isn't it? The Beacons and the Reapers.
So and then in Dead Space, the I can't remember what they call it, but they make a religion around the markers.
Okay.
It bringing the next step in human evolution through mystical bullshit. They start making artificial markers that do the same thing but on a lesser effect. So as the series goes on, it triggers on like actual planets and then on inhabited places. The second one's set on a jail ship.
Okay.
Or a space station that's got a prison. The third one's set on an ice planet that has the religion's like starting a cult there. And it's a bit culty and weird. They're very, very good.
And the anniversary wasn't too long ago of the game? Or they did a
remake of the original.
A remake.
But it's the exact same game.
I think I'd seen a clip
but remade in a new
where
engine.
He's there in a lab room or something, and he's got the body, but this thing slumps down from a ceiling vent.
Right.
Goddamn ceiling vents.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Always look up.
Always
look up.
And then stabs this body that it was on him. He's thrown it off, and then you see it right before your eyes. It mutates into this thing.
The thing that amps up the fear in Dead Space is that necromorphs are pretty quick, and you can't just kill them by shooting them in the head.
Yeah.
You have to cut the limbs off.
Okay.
So you've got an array of like repurposed mining tools that you can use to slice and dice limbs.
Yeah.
But because they're running at you, and you've got to perfectly aim for the shoulder, or you've got to perfectly aim for the leg.
Wow.
It ramps up that tension because you're like panicking to try and get the aim right.
But I'm gonna, I'll die. Yeah.
And then also the death scenes if Isaac dies.
Yeah, it's meant to be really gruesome.
The death
isn't it?
animations.
It's
There's
really,
horrific
really gruesome.
ones, like there's bits where he gets his limbs cut off. And it's not just from the necromorphs. There's a bit like there's some doors that are malfunctioning, and you've got like a stasis tool that slows things down. If you stand in the doorway while the stasis runs off, it'll just cut you in half, and that's a fully animated thing.
Jesus.
There's a bit where a window, in the second game, if you accidentally blow out a window and don't use the QuickTime event to avoid the vacuum of space, you just get fucked off into the void. It's properly like really well thought out.
Yeah,
space
I was going to say that is what would happen, though, isn't it? Essentially, wasn't there was a thing. You talk about death scenes and stuff, and it may be in keeping with the sort of theme of the episode. The newer Mortal Kombat games. I heard a story, and I don't know how true this is. One of you might be able to clarify. When the animators were animating the fatalities, they were so gruesome, and they were asked to be so much in detail that some of them needed counselling because of it.
Me.
Yeah, and
I heard something similar.
I
I'm sure I did.
I can't imagine it would be the end product. It would probably be more the research they have to do.
Yeah, potentially,
that would
like,
traumatise them,
yeah.
because you need to know what these look
sound
like.
do bones make when they break? And
What
all
does
this?
it look like when this happens?
Yeah.
If the predator rips out your skull by the base of your spine, how does it behave
Yeah,
and
how
sound?
does it
How much comes out?
Yeah.
How much research to the sound that makes?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
You know
when
that-
bones break, they make a very distinct sound. I don't know if any. of you
That
have
sound
heard.
is the sound of a if you get a big stem of broccoli, celery,
Yeah.
and just twist it.
Twist it.
It's the
and it
same
goes-
noise.
Yeah, that's
That's what Hollywood uses for the noise.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that
it
was
tastes
that was
different,
a.
right?
What else we got then? What else?
I have one. It's not a horror game, but if you spun it and changed perception, it would be.
Go on.
The Batman Arkham games.
Okay.
If you were one of the little gangsters
one of
or
the
like
guys
things,
with-
and Batman's hunting you
yeah.
in a room,
That's
that
a really nice concept.
Or-
I
yeah.
that actually.
Or if
There
you
we
ha-
And having been
developers, if you're watching,
in there
Or
with
from-
known horror
the other,
prisoners.
yeah. I mean,
Victor
if you do it
Zsasz
from-
is,
if you do-
is
yeah.
the particular.
fucking
yeah.
Killer Croc in that series is an actual mutant croc man that lives
Yeah.
in the sewers. It's
Yeah.
terrifying.
Talk
If you do it
about the
from
jump scare when you're walking on them
Uh-huh.
planks. Yeah, that.
If you do it from the guards at Arkham's point of view as well,
Yeah.
you know you're in this safe asylum. Fuck, there's a storm. Fuck, the power's out. Fuck, all the inmates are getting out.
Yeah.
That's a
I
terror
think
horror
it'd
story.
be.
guard that's got no hand because
Aaron-
he's already
Aaron
been
Cash, yeah.
Aaron Cash, because he's already been
I think a
I've
good.
been hacked off.
I think
yeah.
a good
No, it
concept.
was eaten off by Killer
eaten
Croc.
off by Killer
Oh,
Croc,
yeah.
so he's got a bit of vendetta against him.
Yep.
I think a good concept would be like you're say a new inmate, so you start off and then say Arkham City or Arkham Asylum happens, so everyone escapes. So then it's like you've got the hardened criminals, like say Zaz or whoever coming at you. So then you could end up picking a faction. So you go in with the Joker, which has its own freaking horrific
Yeah.
combinations, or
I quite like the
and then
idea.
Having scarecrows,
I was going to say
and
this.
then it's like you have all the
Right,
you have all the Batman
have
villains.
Batman as you
Yeah.
like trying to get you.
You have all the Arkham villains that aren't affiliated with you coming after you in certain situations, but then also you have the Batman or fucking
Yeah.
Robin or
Yeah.
whoever also hunting.
There's a chance always. A bit like everyone. No one's played Bioshock 1 and 2. You played them? In 2, they introduced the Big Sister. So little sisters that have aged out of the Little Sister program get rehabilitated and sort of retrained into being Big Sisters, which do largely the same job but protect the Little Sisters even more.
Right.
As you're collecting them, as you're saving them or harvesting the Little Sisters throughout the game, if every third one, a Big Sister comes to get you, because you're damaging the their property and their sisters. The indicator is after you've finished resolving whatever you're doing with the third one, you hear a Big Sister scream,
Yeah.
but it's really far in the distance. And about a minute later, there's one the same again, a little closer. Then there's one almost behind you, loud as you can, and then you get punched in the back of the head. Every time. And every time you do the third one, you're like, shit. I've got like 40 seconds to
Yeah.
defend myself and prep. That ramped the horror. Because the Bioshock games are already pretty horrific. It's a story.
They're already pretty creepy when you're not in
Right.
combat. They are pretty creepy.
It's a story and an environment about an underwater dystopian hellhole full of genetic mutations and manipulation. It's inherently terrifying. But when you add in that sort of time pressure and this big new enemy that is stronger than the big daddies that you've been scared of the entire game anyway.
The unknown threat. But the other thing, like, what I really, really like was the known threat. And it was Darth Vader when he turns up and stuff. Is
Yeah.
it Fallen Order? Jedi Fallen Order?
Yeah.
The game, I've not played it, but there's a scene at the end where the character Cal, and he's made friends with someone, and the door opens and out walks Darth Vader. And
Yeah.
you're like, fuck. Now, there's no way to kill him in that game.
No, you can't kill it.
I know you would probably
Currently.
know. Yeah, you would know a bit more than this about me, Etch, but you know, you can only fend them off for so long, and then you're gonna die.
It's the same as what's his face in Resident Evil, isn't it?
The Tyrant, is it
I
Tyrant?
can't remember. I've never really played them, but there's the
not
big guy,
Stranger,
the big guy in the
it's-
trench coat,
yeah,
with
yeah.
the hat that just follows you through the levels.
What's the one with
him.
the woman?
The one with
The
the woman.
village.
With the lady Dimitri,
Village.
was it?
Yeah, Village. Yeah.
That looked fucking creepy. You know?
I saw that and was like, okay, this looks really cool. Like there's a scene where you outside in the village and they're like these werewolf things that come after you. You have to like shoot them, defend yourself, and all this. Well, okay, that looks really cool. Looked at some more gameplay for it. Saw one video and was like, fuck that,
Yeah.
never buying this game. And it wasn't the Lady Demetra one or whatever, and it wasn't the werewolves. It was you're in this house and you can just hear this baby like gargling,
Oh, that'll
making
do
whatever.
it for you, innit? That
And
any
it's just-
sound of a
yeah.
baby, that'll.
And it's like, that's creepy as fuck. And you're going through it, and then you can hear like floorboards going, and you're like, fuck, something's coming. So in the video, this guy runs into like a bedroom, hides under the bed or whatever, and you hear the baby noises getting louder and louder and louder. And what you see is actually essentially a 3-foot big circumference baby head. And then like a 10-foot long body,
Oh Jesus!
and it's like, it's just got the torso of a baby, and the rest of it's like a slug monster.
Oh,
And I was just there like, fuck no. But I was like, I have to see what this thing looks like later on. And then carry on, and it's like roaming around, hunting you, whatever. And essentially, he ended up getting caught by it. And what it does is, it's there like screaming at you and like making all these weird baby noises. But then it like sort of rears up, and then the fucking torso essentially opens up into like a maw, and then just starts devouring you. And you're there like, no.
A little bit like the Kembeto off Bleach, the scientist.
Yes. Oh god, yes. What's his name?
Chap who has his sword exactly like that. It's the
So it's
head
a-
of a baby.
oh, a
but
big
it's
caterpillar
like
thing.
a massive caterpillar, like
Yeah.
monstrosity.
Yeah,
sort of
it's-
beast
it-
thing.
There's
I just
ba-
saw
there's-
that and I
there's-
was like, that's killed that game
Yeah,
for me. No.
in Dead Space 2, there's babies because you're in a space center, space station. There's babies from the nursery level that have been killed and then necromorphed, but they grow tentacles out the back and fling things at you, and they're actual just crawling babies on the floor. It's terrifying.
not imagine.
Has anyone played Dying Light?
Yes.
No,
Okay.
Yeah.
So in the first one,
no, of course I haven't.
so in the first
It's your
one,
own fault. You turned down the book
they
earlier.
had
Yeah.
so obviously there were zombies infected. There are like super zombies that only come out at night and everything. But it turns out when you get about halfway through,
Not
the
pretty
game,
super if they can only come out at night. That sounds
They're like
vampire zombie,
yeah,
mate.
they're like they're like loads stronger, faster, and more deadly. But the trade off is
They only
they're
come out at night.
yeah,
It's like,
they're
what if
vulnerable.
zombies were werewolves too?
Yeah.
But like, turns about halfway through the game, or whatever, you're going through and you're looking through this house, and you can hear like a child crying, and you're like, "Oh shit, got to save the kid because zombies about."
Yeah.
So you're looking through this house, you open this door, and it's just this child there. You go up, and it does a cutscene. You then like go to put your hand on the child to like turn her around and like console her, and she's a zombie.
Mm.
And then she just starts wailing and crying, and it lures in more zombies. And
Yeah.
it's quite brutal because you have to, in the game, you have to you have to do these in first so that you don't lure in the others and you're not thinged. And the way they do it is it's a cutscene where you snap the kid's neck,
Oh Jesus!
and it's brutal and
Whoa.
horrifying. And
To
it's like,
think that somebody's thought of that.
yeah, I know. And
Put
it's,
it in a
Right?
game.
So in a horror game, it's fine, right? Fallout can't harm children unless you've got the child killer perk. You have to like spec into it.
Purposefully make
Yeah,
that
yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
but it's like, and it's just like because it turns into horror because because you can hear like the sobbing
Yeah.
throughout the game, and yeah, like
Because
And
it's
it-
one of those noises that instinctually everybody wants to
unsettle
protect
you.
against.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
it's just that really
Have it
creepy.
used against you.
Yeah, it's like this really creepy noise, and you're there like, okay, I've got to find it and I've got to put it down, and it's just like, but it also adds it because it means like, okay, shit, because it means if I'm seen, everything's gonna maul me, and so it's like it amps up the tension.
Yeah.
It's,
That's
in this one, it's more like it's like a 10-year-old. It's not like
Doesn't
it's,
it?
it's not much better, but
The
I
same in,
I don't
in
think they would have gotten
Bioshock,
Yeah.
with the little sisters, because they are between 8 and 9 or whatever. When you can pick them up in the game, you can free them from their bond with the big daddies, and then you can choose between rescuing them or harvesting them. If you harvest them, you get more.
it's brutal.
Yeah, you get more genetic resource back. If you rescue them, you get less. But every third one, you get a present from the woman that made them and is now repenting. But the animation for either is terrifying because it's a child begging for its life. Heartbreaking the first time I played it. And I was like,
Yeah,
I can't, still to this day cannot bring myself to harvest any of them, because if you harvest them, they die. If you rescue them, you take out the sea slug and they just become little girls again. Every time I play through, I'm like, I'm going to do an evil playthrough. No, I'm not. Nope, can't bring myself to do it.
No. It's funny though, isn't it? How these things affect you, man. And yeah.
See, I love.
Go on. Sorry, Jeff.
I was going to just say I've loved playing a horror element of a game, which ends up being more exciting than horror itself. But
Yeah.
the pretense of thriller or excitement of knowing what's coming is still the enjoyment of playing.
Yeah.
I always played a game mode called Infection on Halo multiplayer,
Yeah.
where one of the players would start. You'd have like 10 or 12 lobby of people. One player picked randomly would be infected by the flood.
I think
Right.
I think Call of Duty copied that, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were they could always have sprint on, and if they hit you and killed you, then you also became a future zombie. But
Future zombie.
what you would have is you'd either have and they would all have like laser swords as well to slice you down, and you would have to try and fend them off just with shotguns. And the amount of play and tension you'd get where you'd all try and camp round a corner, and there's literally like 8 players all around this corner, and you're all aiming your shotguns at one door entrance, and you're like, there's only a finite amount of bullets, so we can all do this for the first 2 minutes, but what happens when we suddenly run out? If somebody just gets clipped, then it starts to ramp up with the people until you're literally that last player, and you're just running around the map with
I think that's what it is, though, in horror, isn't it? It's the anticipation. More so than the jump scare. Yes, it's nasty. And I'll give you an example of that. The movie Jeepers Creepers.
Yep.
As soon as I found out that it was a monster, they lost me.
Sure.
Like, as gruesome as it was and as awful as it was, whilst I didn't know that was a monster, whilst I thought that was a person, just a regular bloke, skinning people and whatever else, that sort of, it put the hairs on the back of your neck up. As soon as I found out that was a monster, I was like, it's a monster, innit?
I think because
And you look at things like
do monster things.
Yeah, it's got no choice really when you look at that.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of why I prefer like creature features when it comes to like horror films. It's because I don't like the really like jump scares, but I love like the more of the thriller sort of type.
Yeah,
leaning into it where it's a bit more. You can see it coming. There's no out jump scare, but it's just a bit of tension and then.
Yeah.
I love like 8-legged freaks.
Yeah.
Seen that film? It's like
spiders.
it's like a B movie sort of thing, but it's just a giant spiders getting big.
Oh,
You would
yes,
you would
yes.
enjoy the 1950s film Them,
Them.
which is about the US military testing bombs in Nevada in the war, and it accidentally irradiates an anthill, and all the ants become building sized.
Super huge.
Yeah, and then it's just like Las Vegas versus the giant ants. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
It's
I
like-
love crap B movies.
And then, yeah. So I think like one of the things for horror is like, it's more impactful when the villain or the monster or whatever is actually a person, because those people can exist.
That's exactly the
Exactly.
thing,
Whereas-
mate.
Talking more The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, that's exactly
when it's a
that,
realistic person. I don't know if if you took like I don't know, Freddy Krueger. It's not a real person. It's,
No,
it's
of course.
scary, but
Yeah.
not really.
He was.
Sure.
But that
Compare
was
that,
still in
though.
the early era. of
Exactly,
that type
but
of
compare that.
horror.
I don't know if any of you've seen it. Have you seen the new Ed Gein documentary on Netflix? Not documentary. It's like an adaptation.
No.
I've seen some of it. It's hard to watch, and it is scary in its own right because he's such a monstrous human.
Yeah.
You know who he is, right? He's a
Yeah,
serial killer. That sort of realism makes it so much scarier than
Yeah, because it could be Dave down the road.
Dave. God damn it.
Yeah, could be Brian up the
Fucking
street.
Dave.
It could be
I'm not
Mavis
down the road, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's true.
I'm here.
but
He's in
it's
the house.
true, though,
The
you
call's
know.
coming from inside the building.
Yeah, but it's. I think you're absolutely right, and monsters and creature features and all that, they're all great and they're all wonderful and jump scares and what have you. But when it adds that, that Jeffrey Dahmer sort of
Yeah.
esque.
Yeah, I was thinking
Element of
Evan
realism.
Peters, when Netflix did it last year,
Yeah.
the year before with Evan
I
Peters
can't.
playing
It was recently though, wasn't it?
Dahmer.
Yeah, that was a really really good documentary. Well,
Yeah.
adaptation I know, but
Do you remember when horror movies actually leaked into real life and we had those killer clowns fucking everywhere?
Yep.
Like for a good
I
few
remember
months.
seeing a video. I think somebody tried it
They were just
and the
dressed-
geezer
people-
shot him.
Yeah, people were just dressing up as killer clowns for no reason. For
Yeah,
summer
and
in
There
2010.
was one. I mean, it was really horrific. It was tragic. It was awful. And I get it, pranks and likes and whatever. And they
Pranks and likes.
yeah, but it should never happen. But it was somewhere where guns are allowed,
Yeah.
and so the guys come round the corner with his missus, and they're having a nice night, and you've got the killer clown there, and he hits a balloon, and it's full of red paint or whatever it was. Low quality video. So the guy just pulled a gun out and shot him.
Yep.
And it's like, I get it. Do you know what I mean? Because
It's like
you're talking about tension and this and
haunted
that.
houses, right?
Yeah.
There's the Americans
Fucking
got
awful,
full of
like.
haunted houses. There must be such a slew of people with assault wounds,
Yeah.
just being punched in the head or whatever,
Yeah.
because they're working in a haunted house and they've jumped out at someone who's gone bang,
Yeah.
because it's fight or flight. It's human
Of course
nature.
it is, yeah.
That's why there's certain when I was doing it at Warwick as a jump scare in
Yep.
Halloween season, you had to make sure that you weren't approaching people within a certain distance to limit that
Yeah.
possibility.
Because I'll tell you what, I'd kick fuck out of here. Like, I really would. I'm not gonna lie.
So, like one little trick I'd do in when you'd go underneath the castle when they used to have some of the animatronic sort of slow little scenes that more the smells than the actual the sights and things you have. But they'd turn all the lights off and then they'd have like strobe lighting there. And what you could do is you could have like one chain that was on a wall and you'd wrap your arm around it so you knew the distance of how far you could travel.
Yeah.
But then you could go right back to the wall.
Yeah.
Know the person was, 10 foot away, and then you could literally run as fast as you could to give them that sense of the fear, knowing that you weren't going to get to them and they couldn't get to you, but they don't know that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That sounds cool, man.
I did a haunted house. It was like they rented like a field and then put like a fairground in, but it's like every single thing's like a haunted house variant. And
Like a ghost train on steroids. That
Come on
sounds
down
like
to John's Haunted Mansion.
it was really good. It was very fun because like you walk in and there's people obviously dressed as like Mike Myers or Jason-esque villains.
Yeah.
And it was always hilarious because there was always one girl who was just fucking scared of everything, and like whenever she sees one of the actors walking down that's like 7 foot tall and essentially Jason would like react, and because they knew she reacted whenever they saw her, they'd just focus on her, and it was hilarious just to see him like run around. But the most I was scared in one of them was completely accidental.
Go on.
So
You slipped down a staircase.
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
going to die
say,
now,
did-
shit.
this was basically
I wet myself accidentally.
you go through it, and they always say just like don't touch the actors, X, Y, Z, and just to go like some ground rules of the thing.
Took an actor's face.
Yeah, and we're walking through, and
See, I'd take a mask with me just to be
Scare 'em out.
Yeah.
like.
I didn't think of that.
What I'm hearing is that we should do one and take the camera.
Oh, mate, it'd be hilarious.
But so we're walking through, and I'm at the front of the group. So I'm just like leading through, whatever, and go into this room, and it's like it's haunted, like going to the house like haunted bedroom kind of thing. It's all tattered, with like cobwebs, shit, and all this shit. And it's a 4-poster bed with like this fucking ribbon shit on it,
Right.
and it's in the way. So like I open the door and I come in, and I say like, fucking hell, just like move it out of the way, just put my hand on or whatever. And I just end up just touching something. I thought it was just a bedpost or something. And then I just hear this voice, no touching. And I just shit myself. Because it's just this little, there's this woman who's there, is like, just sitting down. Like, she's like 4 foot fucking tall. And I just shit myself more than any of those fucking jump scares. I was like, fuck. I was like, sorry, okay, yeah. And then just carried on.
Any of the plan bombs.
I also found out the best way to handle haunted houses in that thing, and it makes me sound like a complete psychopath.
So close your eyes.
No, laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going through it, and I was like, I think I scared the friendship group more, because I was the only single one there. It's like basically all my mates brought their misses, and I was just like, well, I'm a fucking 7th wheel, but okay.
That's definitely the worst wheel.
Yeah, but
Far worse
like
than
walking
Certain
through or whatever, and then like they're all like jump scaring us, like all the atmosphere, and I was just there like just to cut the tension. I just started laughing. And
Do you want to know a better way to deal with it?
How?
Make the actor laugh. and I'll tell you how. So years and years ago, I used to live in Essex, and there was like this one that was in Cambridge. I lived on the north border of Essex, and there was like a horror walk thing. And where I kept my horses at the time, all the people down the stairs were like, "Oh, shall we do it? You know, it sounds like a laugh." So, yeah, brilliant. One of the girls was really heavily pregnant. I was like, okay, yeah, we'll do it, you know. And we went, I can't remember the name of the place. And this geezer, we're walking along the path, and it was absolutely pitch black, right? The canopy had been grown over, so that for that reason. And he stepped out dressed as a monk. And again, no touching. But if you'd go to walk round him, he'd step in front of you. And bless her, she really, really needed the toilet. And she's hopping from one foot to the other, and she's like, "Look, I know you've got a job to do, but I'm going to wee myself. Look, I'm pregnant. I really need to wee." And you just saw this hood go, And he just stepped aside for it to get past me, and it was brilliant. The rest of the experience, it wasn't spoiled by any means, but the rest of the experience was can we make the actor laugh? Do you know what I mean? Do you
Yeah.
reckon we can make the actor laugh now? And yeah, it was great. It was great fun.
Maybe we should do one.
Perhaps.
Or a corn maze. I wish there was corn mazes in the UK.
Yeah.
Like the Halloween traditions in the US. I remember watching, I think it was Loading Ready Run last year, maybe the year before, for Halloween. One of their segments in their live stream was they took them, they took 3 or 4 of them to a haunted house, like a haunted tractor ride that was also a corn maze. And Serge in the group did more jumps from his friends coming out of the corn maze walls than he did on the entire haunted tractor ride. And they were like, I've made you jump 9 times.
That was awesome.
We paid for you to jump and you didn't jump once. God damn it.
Just that concept of a haunted tractor ride.
Ooh.
Does a ghost touch you when you're in the back of the tractor or something?
You're in the back of a truck. You know, the trailer that they attached to,
yeah.
and you're just pulled through.
I've been on a couple.
Right.
And
You've been on a couple.
There you go.
just a couple. It's
Just a
mostly
couple.
like Hatton Farm and like
yeah.
local farms and stuff.
They just put like decorations in the field and call it a haunted ride.
Right.
The
It's
one
more for kids, I suppose. Yeah.
I'd say the one bad thing about that like haunted fair
Experience?
thing, that went to, was just the fact that because it was so busy, they stagnate groups or whatever. Some people dawdle, some people don't, or whatever.
Yeah.
So you end up hearing the jump scares before you actually get to them.
Yeah.
But then it also, to make variants of what Dean said, you just wait behind the corner and just jump scare your own mates.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
We should go over to Stratford and do one of their ghost tours. You know, the ghost walk things.
Yeah.
That'd be very fun.
Is a question to finish off then?
Okay.
Question to finish off. Do you actually believe in ghosts?
No.
No?
Maybe.
A bit on the fence there.
I'd like to believe in them,
Yeah.
but we'd have concrete proof if they did by now, I think.
What about you, Dev? You a believer?
Yes, I think
Okay.
more than no. But I think that stems more from the belief that I think aliens exist.
Fair enough.
I mean, aliens definitely do.
I
Aliens can't not exist.
yeah.
So because of that, I'm like my other franchise of interest. Yeah,
Fair enough. Yes.
What about alien ghosts?
aliens, yes. Afterlife, no.
No.
No, I don't think.
Yeah.
There's far too much to be afraid of in the living world to then be scared of the afterlife.
Of eternal damnation as well. Yeah.
I think that split us very nicely because I am a complete skeptic as well. I do
Yeah.
not believe in ghosts or the supernatural
See,
or anything.
I don't. But I
love
would
it.
love. I'd
I
love
love
it.
it.
Well,
It's cool.
well,
I
and
want it
it's-
to exist, but I know it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's cool, like the whole witchcraft, the whole like gothic and supernaturalist sort of things. Great, love it, and great for entertainment. But it's not real.
I don't think it is either.
We would be throwing magic around or having ghosts in our houses.
I've already.
Yeah.
That's the thing that gets me. It's always, Mildred from the 14th century who was murdered horribly by her husband, and that's fair enough.
Why is it not Joan who died in her bed at Peaceful, but she didn't remember where she put her
20
pension?
years ago, she's pissed off because she didn't,
she's-
her Harry gave her inheritance away to her mistress.
Yeah,
Do you
or-
know what I mean?
It's also like
It's pensioner John who's
Yeah.
lost his pension book and his unfinished business is that he needs to remember where it is.
yeah.
it's also the fact there's like my complete willingness to sell my soul for any sort of power. Nothing has shown up to give me this deal yet. So it's like it can't
fair as
exist.
well. I think that's
Henry's
it.
still waiting for his 10-year-old Harry Potter letter. to
I'm there.
Hogwarts.
I'm there standing on a crossroads. Like you're gonna fucking show up, you
You need a fiddle. If you're going to stand at a crossroads, you need a fiddle.
You do.
I'm gonna make it. I could make a joke. I
And
was,
you need to be in Georgia, mate.
You do need to be in Georgia.
That's where the devil went down.
Yes.
Anyway, on that note,
Yeah.
shall we?
Shall we finish?
Let's
Let's
finish up.
bring this Halloween special to an end. If you've enjoyed what you've listened or watched, we'd very much appreciate if you could give us a like, a comment, a subscribe, a
spooky
follow,
like.
a spook.
Spooky like.
Just leave a little ghost emoji.
Oh yeah, do that below. Do that below. Give us a ghost emoji. What else would you like to do? If you'd like to know more about All Manner of Games and what we do and where we are and just to see more, you can find us on social media at All Manner of Games on literally every platform. You can also find us on our website, which is www.allmannerofgames.co.uk. We've got a few events in the pipeline. Tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, but at time of recording tomorrow, Halloween. The day after Halloween is Rampageddon, our first Magic the Gathering Commander tournament. Then at the opposite end of the month, on the 29th, is our last Warhammer 40k doubles tournament of the year. Entries still, or registration is still open for that. If you want to join us, have a look at the website at allmannerofgames.co.uk/events. I've run out of steam. What else am I missing? Kofi, if you would like to help us keep the lights on, do more stuff, if you want to pay for us to go to a haunted house, that'd be really fun, cool. You can donate money to our lovely cause at www.ko-fi.com/allmannerofgames. That is kofi.com. Any money raised there is at your own volition, and we do not expect it from anyone. But we would be...
all the time, it's not obligatory.
No.
Please don't feel that you should if you can't.
But we would be eternally grateful if
We
you
would
can and want to.
You buy us some tea bags.
Yeah, so, I mean, we do go through a lot recording these. So far, we've raised the money for a hard drive, for a table runner that is in the post, and...
That's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's about it so far. So maybe the next one could be sending us on a spooky haunted house or a funny experience that makes us...
You'd like to see me have it off.
If you want to see us doing more content that isn't just a podcast, let us know. And let us know what you'd like to see.
Have it out with a spooky actor. I'll have him, you know what I mean?
Have it out with a spoon. That's what I thought you were going to say.
Well, yeah, I'll fight the spoon, yeah. See, Dean... No, Dean's not fighting anything. No.
Could you imagine?
God, no.
Get a big cardboard cut-out plastic spoon,
Yeah, that's about all I can...
wrestle it to the ground for £8.
Bargain.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Right,
that's it, though,
that is us.
Yes,
That is us. We'll
very much,
see
guys.
you next week.
We will. Take care.
Bye.
Take
Bye.
care.
EXP-lore is brought to you by All Manner of Games. Our hosts were Mike Hearnden, Dean Shickle, David Weeks, and Henry Adair. The episode was edited by Mike Hearnden, and we'd like to thank Motion Array and Good Sounds for use of the song Pixel Heartbeat for our intro, outro, and breaks.